are Scramblers. Scramblers are custom motorcycles that keep things simple, with a stripped down design and fewer components. Think vintage vibes with loads of versatility. They usually come with better suspension, higher ground clearance, lightweight construction, a single seat setup. You know the works. Now that you know what makes up for a Scrambler, here's the fun part. Scramblers are actually one of the most ideal motorcycles for India.
Why? Because they can handle just about anything. City streets, highways, and even a bit of soft off-roading. They're like the jack of all trades in the world of motorcycles. And today, we have with us two Scramblers which we shall be comparing to answer all your burning questions. The Royal Enfield Interceptor Bear 650 and the Triumph Scrambler 400X. So, let's get down to business, shall we?
Chalo, let's scramble! As I mentioned earlier, the Scramblers have a stripped down design with a vintage look. And if you take a closer look at this Interceptor Bear 650 right here, it lives up to that. The one which we have here is the top variant, inspired by the legendary story of Eddie Mulder. Back in 1960, a 16-year-old Eddie rode the 500cc Royal Enfield to victory in the Big Bear Run in California. You can also see his race number 249 on the side panel. Fundamentally, the Bear shares the same chassis as the Interceptor 650, but the subframe has been changed to suit the Scrambler look. The headstock has also been strengthened to counter the Interceptor's head shake issue. Also, the exhaust is now a 2-in-1. Overall, I think Royal Enfield has nailed the vintage look with this one, whether be it the paint schemes or the design.
The Scrambler 400X embraces its Scrambler DNA with a design that is both rugged and stylish. It carries classic elements like a teardrop-shaped fuel tank, a high-mounted dual-tone exhaust, and a round LED headlight combining both retro aesthetics with a modern touch. The overall look of the motorcycle hints at its off-road ready character, while the minimalist design maintains its urban sleek vibe. And when it comes to build quality, the Scrambler 400X again stands out because every part of the bike, from the seat to the lights to the smallest nuts and bolts, feels well made and premium, showing great attention to detail that Triumph is known for.
The Interceptor Bear 650 is the latest addition to RE 650 lineup, but it comes with slightly different tuning. अब तुम चाय टपरी के ग्लास में पियो या वाइन ग्लास में, चाय तो चाय ही रहेगी ना यार. And यहाँ भी, you're not just paying for the engine but for its tweaks, experience and the complete design. This tried and tested 648cc engine still makes 47 horsepower, just like the Interceptor. But now, it delivers 4.5 Newton meters more torque. The torque curve has now improved, giving the bike a better throttle response. If you have ridden the Interceptor before, you will notice the difference, only marginally though. In city traffic, you will comfortably cruise in first and second gear, but open the throttle in third gear on an empty stretch and you will feel the power kick in. The mid-range is incredibly strong and engaging, and I like that.
With a lightweight chassis and a punchy engine, the Scrambler 400X delivers the more spirited performance out of the two. The quick throttle response makes it nimble in an urban setting and a ride when it comes to highway sprints. It can handle moderate trails with ease thanks to its accessible power and strong mid-range pull. The power delivery is smooth and comes with plenty of low-end grunt, making it perfect to navigate through tight city streets and to tackle those teeny-weeny trails.
A Scrambler should ideally have a suspension setup that's neither too soft nor too stiff, with enough adjustability to suit your needs. It's a motorcycle meant to be ridden everywhere, so getting the suspension right is important. This is where Royal Enfield seems to have fallen short with the Bear 650. The suspension on the Bear 650 is on the stiffer side, and with only rebound to play with, there's only so much you can do. While the stiffness helps the bike handle better around corners, it does feel uncomfortable at the rear, especially over bumps and uneven roads at lower speeds. The front fork is well tuned, but the rear suspension could have been better. That said, when you take this bike on a highway or an open stretch at higher speeds, it feels great, stable, confident and enjoyable to ride. The Himalayan set a benchmark for how good a suspension setup can be. I'm not comparing the two, but I wish Royal Enfield did a better job with the Bear 650. If you love the Bear 650 overall but want a more comfortable ride, an aftermarket suspension upgrade could be worth it. And I'm sure a brand like YSS could be working on one.
The ride quality feels plush on city roads and manageable off-road thanks to its well-calibrated long-travel suspension setup. The 43mm USD fork at the front and a monoshock at the rear both offer ample travel and do a great job in soaking up those bumps and undulations, which means long rides on the Scrambler are less tiring and easier on your body. At the same time, the Scrambler remains stable while riding into corners and gives you the same confidence that you would have on any other sharp motorcycle.
I am 5'5", which isn't very tall, especially for a motorcycle with an 830mm seat height. I can't plant both my feet on the ground, but that doesn't make it unmanageable. I'm used to riding tall bikes, so this isn't an issue for me. But I want you guys to know that this bike is not hard to handle. You can easily flat foot on one side, and now the foot pegs are placed a little forward, so it's actually pretty comfortable, even when you need to stand up and ride. Another change in the riding position is the wide handlebars, which are set slightly forward. Personally, I like the wide bars because they give you more control of the bike. However, for some riders, its forward positioning might feel uncomfortable on long rides. Now, let's talk about weight. Mera nahi bhai, iska. The Bear 650 is a heavy motorcycle. It weighs in at 216 kgs. You can feel the heavy weight when at lower speeds, especially in the traffic. But it's a different story once you're above 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. It feels smooth, stable, and ekdam makhan ki tarah you can cruise around.
The Scrambler 400X strikes a perfect balance between comfort and control. Its ergonomics are upright and relaxed, with handlebars that feel a bit narrow when you compare it with the Bear 650. But it comes with a neutral riding position and a seat that sits at a comfortable height of 835mm. The fuel tank might seem a bit too slim to some, but that's okay because unlike the Bear 650, the Scrambler 400X feels super nimble at 185 kilos and gives you plenty of confidence to put it through its spaces, whether it's in the city, the highway, or even on a trail. If there is one thing that I absolutely loved about the Scrambler, it's how easy it is to handle this motorcycle. The lightweight frame and well-tuned suspension make the Scrambler 400X incredibly nimble and easy to handle regardless of the surface. It will definitely surprise you while you filter through city traffic and back you up with confidence while you go trail riding. If there is one word to describe the Scrambler, it would be all-rounder. And the more you ride it, the more you start to believe it. Whether you want some quick zoomies or go carving corners, slide the rear around, or even to pop some wheelies, the Scrambler does it all and effortlessly.
Handling the Bear 650 is neither too difficult nor too easy. The rider's triangle, throttle calibration, and gearbox work seamlessly together. And despite its taller seat height, you'll feel well connected to the motorcycle. However, its heavy construction makes it slightly challenging to handle. This is not a motorcycle I would recommend to novice riders. On the bright side, the braking performance and tire grip are excellent, leaving no room for complaints in that department. In the end, the Bear 650 is a powerful motorcycle with a stylish vintage Scrambler look and a solid engine. But it comes with a few downsides. The stiffer suspension makes city rides uncomfortable, and the heavy weight holds it back from being an agile Scrambler it could be. At 3.39 lakh rupees, it is 74,000 rupees more than the Scrambler 400X. And the extra pricing gets you what? More power and a slightly better engine. Nothing else in terms of features. Missing on things like ride comfort, tubeless spoke wheels, and lighter weight means it is not the most practical choice out there for everyone. If you're looking for an evolution of the Interceptor though, the Bear 650 could make sense. But for those who are looking for a more well-rounded motorcycle,
the Scrambler 400X is an option. The Triumph is far easier to ride, lighter and far more welcoming, especially for someone who's looking to learn the basics of off-roading. With peppy performance, a better fuel efficiency compared to the Bear 650, traction control and ergonomics that feel just right, it's a proper scrambler through and through. Add to that a more refined suspension feel and a pricing that makes it all the more tempting. You've got yourself a bike that is eager to push limits and forgiving enough to teach you along the way. If you are after a lighter, versatile scrambler that packs great value, this one's hard to beat.
Well, those were our thoughts, folks. But do let us know what you guys think and which scrambler would you guys pick down in the comments.
Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to PowerDrift. I am Alshin Thomas.
And I'm Ananya Awasthi.
Over and out.